Hi everyone. So it's the end of the month, yet another month again, July of 2023, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my monthly empties for this month. Slightly different location. I am in my kitchen right now because I figured it's better lighting. So let's go ahead and get started with some bath and self-care products, and I finished up this Dial coconut water shower gel. This was really nice. It was I wouldn't say the most hydrating body wash I've ever used. I would say, you know, things like Dove are way more hydrating, but it smelled really nice. It was a little coconutty but more fresh. I love coconut smells. I love just the coconut everything. I love coconut candy, anything with coconut. So I kind of would have wanted a more sweet, gourmand, creamy coconut. But it was like a fresh coconut. It was still quite good. I enjoyed using it. So there's that one. Let's set him over there. Next up, I used this Bath & Body Works Aromatherapy lotion. It's the line that is in the glass bottles that look like this. It's a frosted bottle, so it's kind of hard to tell that I've used it all up. The scent is cedarwood and ylang ylang. So let me just remind myself. Let me sniff this again. Okay. So I would describe the scent of this as fresh, almost kind of prickles my nose a little bit. Very fresh, very strong. Maybe there's some woodiness in it. I'm not really sure. To me, it just smells more like Bath & Body Works. A lot of their kind of DNA that you smell in a lot of their bath lotions and things like that, and candles and stuff like that. So I remember when I was using it, it was a little bit overly scented for my liking. I don't mind powerfully scented lotions, but I like to use a perfume after I use my body lotion after I shower. So this one is a little bit distracting. But if you want to skip perfume and just have your lotion be your scent, then this would be a perfect line, I think. I just think in general, I wasn't a big fan of this particular scent. It sounds like something that would be right up my alley with cedarwood and ylang ylang. Maybe there's a little bit more of a fresh masculine scent, like a traditional cologne scent to it. So yeah, it wasn't my favorite. I'm not going to repeat this one. Another thing is I am not a fan of these bottles because they very easily topple over and make a very loud noise because they are nice heavy glass. So just really don't enjoy these bottles, and I also feel like I use them up extra quickly. Like, how much is in here? 6.5 fluid ounces. I'm not sure how much is in the other ones. Well, let's set this over here and let's actually compare it to this other Bath & Body Works lotion that I also used up. This is 8 fluid ounces. So these types of bottles, which are my favorite from Bath & Body Works, actually hold more, which is interesting because these aromatherapy ones are quite, I think they're a bit pricier. But anyways, this format is my favorite. I think I mentioned that before. And this particular scent is You're the One. Enjoyed using it because I love these types of bottles again. The scent, I would say, is very generic Bath & Body Works. I don't, let me sniff this one again. Yeah, it's just very sweet, fruity, very sweet, very fruity Bath & Body Works. Let's say what the notes they claim is that are in here. White birch, velvety rose, and a drop of strawberry nectar. Yeah, so the notes are a little bit like kind of BS-y, but yeah, it to me just smells like a very sweet, fruity Bath and Body Works smell. Nothing particularly amazing. This one was blind bought online, so that's why I wasn't really sure what I was getting myself into. But I don't mind the generic Bath and Body Works smell. That's why I like Bath and Body Works. And also, they are very moisturizing in my opinion. All of their lotions are quite moisturizing and really nice. Moving on, let's keep it in the bath and self-care type category. I finally finished a deodorant. This case, it's actually an antiperspirant because I prefer antiperspirants to deodorants. Deodorants to me don't do anything. I need something to actually block the sweat. And it takes me forever to use deodorant. I just apply it after my shower once a day. And that's good enough for me. I rarely apply it more than once during a day. And this one lasted me for a long, long time. I really like these Secret gel antiperspirants. This particular one is in the Ocean Breeze. And the reason why I like the gels is because they don't leave the white marks that a lot of the solids leave. I enjoy using the solids, but the white marks can be very irritating, especially if I'm putting on like black clothing or dark clothing, and it's very irritating to get those white marks. The scent of this is, it's so good. It's just very soft, fresh, refreshing, really does have an aquatic, fresh, very inoffensive smell. So I enjoyed this and probably will repurchase Secret or other antiperspirants in the gel format like this. So really liked that one. Next up, I used up a shaving foam. This is from the Smartly brand. This is a Target generic brand. And this is the Smells Like the Ocean scent. I don't particularly remember its smell. I just shave my legs, shave my underarms, etc. with this, and lasted for a really, really long time. It's cheap. It's great. We'll be repurchasing pretty much anything that's cheap or like anything like that from Target, because I don't see the point in paying the exaggerated prices for the nice pink women's marketed shaving foams. They're all the same to me, and I don't really care for like fruity smells of it or anything like that. To me, just a nice workhorse that is not fussy works very well for me, and as long as it foams up well, and this one does. Pretty much all of them, like the Barbasols, the Gillettes, the cheap kind of men's under $5 shaving foams, always foam up perfectly well. I have no problems with them, so we'll be repurchasing that one probably if I see it for a good price. Okay, next up, a product that is not fully empty. This is a essential oil. It came in a kit from Amazon. It's like a bath products, soaps, lotions. I have had more of these products in my empties. From Spa Luxatique, they sell basically sets, like gift sets for the bath. And this is the Tahiti Island scent. It's basically a very soft vanilla scent. This essential oil does not smell like vanilla. I'm not really sure what is in here. If I would know what essential oils they actually have in here, then probably I could find a use for it, but I'm not a fan of essential oils. I really don't use them. To me, they're kind of a little bit pointless. I used to diffuse them with a diffuser, but once that molded a few years ago, I was kind of done with them, and I felt like it added extra steam in our bedroom upstairs, which is already steamy enough from our bathroom that's adjoining the master bedroom. So I just got rid of the diffuser. I was kind of sick of it anyway. It was more of a pain to kind of clean it off, and it was just a a little bit pointless, to be honest with you. It didn't really do anything for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this. If I would have known what essential oils are in here, I could have maybe looked up a use for it, but I don't want to put it anywhere on my body. It's just kind of pointless, so I'm getting rid of this one. Next up, this one makes me smile. We finally used up, this is between me and my husband, this sports sunscreen from the Up and Up Target brand, an SPF 50. This has been like 3 years coming. Very slowly we're using this up because in the summer we just don't go out that much outside because it's so swampy here in the DC region where we live, and we just like basically after the month of July we're kind of stuck inside because it's too hot. But anyway, we made it to the beach both years for a few days with the kids, and we did use it up then and we used it up this year, and it just makes me happy because we almost finished it at the beach last month, and then I used it up just a few more uses when we went to the pool, I think, and then every time I would open this cap I would see some sand stuck over here from the beach, and that just made me really happy because it brought some good memories from the beach. It was a little more fun this year because the kids are a little bit older and can appreciate it more, and it wasn't as stressful for us. Yeah, but I don't know why. This just made me so happy to finish it because it takes us forever to finish these big sunscreens. So there's that one there. Let's set it over here. What else? Let's do a little hand cream. These tiny little things that I bought a pack of, like I think more than a dozen from Amazon. This one is in the avocado scent. I will say that these lotions are very well scented. All the different scents are seem to be pretty close to what they're supposed to smell like. Although I wouldn't say this one smelled like avocado, it's more of a fresh scent. And this is the brand of it. Not that it matters, but I would say that these are very quick to use because the hand cream itself is not very moisturizing. You just feel a little bit of moisture for like 10 seconds, and then it just goes inside your skin and it's kind of just dries out, and it doesn't feel like I've put any kind of lotion on there at all. So that's the one negative to this, but the different scents are really fun, and it's fun to just throw it in your purse. It's better than nothing, definitely. Let's do some scents now. And I finally finished up my Serge Lutens Shergy perfume. This is one of the oldest bottles in my collection. I've had this since about 2015. This one, it used to be one of my favorites, and then I kind of got sick of it. I gave it to my husband. He used it for a few months. He wasn't into it at all. He gave it back to me. And then in the last month, I really focused on this one, on finishing it up. And depending on my mood, I either really, really like it or I'm a little bit bored with it. And what it smells like to me is just a genuine wood cabinet. Just very, very woody, like you're opening up a antique cabinet that has maybe some like cigars in there or something like that, because this is wood and tobacco, so it has like that little bit of richness of the tobacco leaf in there as well. It's lovely if you're into woody scents. And this is, I don't know if you can see the bottom, this is the color of it. It's a very dark, beautiful juice. And yeah, if you like woody, again, this is woody. I mean, this is legit woody. So if you like that, then this is for you. I would suggest trying that one. And another full bottle that I finished this month is Avon's Prima perfume. This is a nice, affordable perfume. It is very sweet. It is very girly. It is kind of everyday. There's a note of kind of like caramelized pear in the top of this. That's one thing that I pick out from this one. So it's very fruity, very sweet, maybe a little bit of floral, probably some vanilla in here that I can smell as well. I used it on my body up until it got to about underneath the writing of the word Prima, and then the rest of it went as an air freshener in the bathroom, because I just have way too many perfumes, and this one I don't feel bad using as a room spray. Next up, I have a sample that I finished up this month, and this is the Serge Casa Moratti 1888 perfume. And I got it from a sample set that I think came with 4 or 5 sample fragrances from Mercari. Someone was reselling. And I used it all up. I don't think I can get any more out of this. But I did purchase the full-size 1888, or I guess the smallest full-size they have available. I think it's a 30 ml full-size bottle, because I did enjoy this very much. And what it smells like to me, let me see if I can coax the last of this out. Yeah, it doesn't want to come out. It just reminds me of an apple dessert, a warm, spicy apple dessert. Just gourmand and deep and rich and sweet and comforting. And after I put it on once, my husband did say, "You smell like apples." So yeah, apple is definitely one of the top notes that's most prominent in this. So there's that one. And again, what would be an Empties video without another exceptional perfume for women from Fragrancenet. So there's that one. It's a generic, kind of synthetic-y, musky scent. Definitely would not be buying a full bottle of this, but if they give me a sample, I have to use it up. I just feel bad getting rid of those. And next up, let's do some makeup. We'll start with this small size of the Lip Maximizer from Dior. This lip gloss here. It's a small kind of like sample size / rewards perk from Sephora. I got this years ago. I tried today actually to use it up. I can't really reach anymore inside. That's about as much as I am going to be able to get in there. As you can see, hopefully it's pretty much empty. It is a plumping lip gloss. It is very shiny. It is beautiful, very easy reach. This one has been with me for years. Even like 5 years ago, when I was still working at a hospital, I would carry this with me in the pocket of my scrubs. And one time I actually forgot it in the pocket of my scrubs because it's so tiny. And it went through the washing machine and the dryer. And when I pulled it out, it was still like working perfectly. So just goes to show you, like, this has been through the washer and dryer and still made it through and has been in my collection for years after that. So I don't know if that's good or bad, but there you are. I definitely am a bit of a hoarder when it comes to some of my products. Not with my clothes, though. That's the funny thing, is like clothes, I declutter like 3-4 times a year. I do massive declutters. But as far as like products, I don't know why. I'm just so attached to them and I feel like I have to use them up. But I'm trying to get out of that. So that's a good segue into the next little final segment of my empties, and it's makeup. And here is this It CC cream that is almost empty. This is a product that I've purchased. I think this is like the 3rd or 4th bottle of this. I've been using this for years. This one is almost empty. Towards the end, it was flattened, but then towards the end, like a bunch of air got into it and I can't flatten it anymore. But it's pretty much almost entirely finished. If you can look here, it has mostly air and just products stuck on the side. I'm not going to cut it and get the last little bit. As you can see, it expired last year. So it expired January 2022. But I think the expiration date is more pertaining to the SPF that's in it. I always wear SPF lotion underneath any of my foundations or CC creams or BB creams that I'm using. So I continued to use it without any problems past this expiration date of last year. This is in the color Fair. I think they have a medium, and I think they have richer shades as well. I'm not quite sure, but I think at the beginning I tried the medium, and then I was the Fair for a long time. So this is very good. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to it anytime soon. Got a little bit sick of it, and I'm kind of in the mood to try something new these days. But this was definitely a holy grail for many, many years. And the coverage of this is fantastic. I will say one thing. The coverage is better than a lot of foundations. A concealer that's also older than water. Here is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I don't know if they even make this line anymore. This is embarrassingly old. Most of the writing has faded on here. Yeah, this is was a very good concealer. Again, it has a little bit in here, but it's just so old that it's just, yeah, it's time to let it go. It's time to let go of this. I've used it for years, and then it just sat and sat for maybe about 3 years. It sat in my daily makeup bag, and every time I would see it, I would just be like, oh, well, I don't need concealer. My foundation just gave me enough coverage, so I just left it there for later. And then this month I just decided enough is enough. It's time for this to go. I have other concealers. It is quite old, but I remember really enjoying this. Do you know if they still make this line? Does anyone know? I should probably look that up. And finally, I have a makeup bag here. A big makeup bag like this. And in this makeup bag here, let me pull back my camera maybe a little bit. There we go. Oh my goodness. So this is a Bare Minerals, a set that I purchased from Marshall's years ago. And it came with a bunch of their Bare Minerals powders. So it had a little, yeah, let's see. All of the stuff came in here. So the primer, all of these different powders, a brush, which I still have, this bag, and all of these different things. So there's the Bare Mineral Bare Skin Perfecting Veil, and the Bare Minerals Matte. This very dark, I guess, contour powder or bronzer. This Bare Minerals Concealer. Okay, and this other light W15 powder. Okay, so this past month, I went through my backup makeup collection, and this bag here had been sitting in there waiting for its turn. And as I kept purchasing new powders because I was running out of them, new foundation because I was running out of them, this kept being forgotten and forgotten. Except for the primer, which I used at the beginning, and a couple of the things. But the rest of the stuff just sat in there. So this month I said, okay, it's now or never. Get this in your collection. You're a little bit tan now, so maybe this W15 will match you better because it's a little bit dark for me. So I did use this once. I was tanned right after the beach. Like, I was as tan as I've been in years. And this was still a little bit too dark for me and didn't match me. So that, coupled with the fact that the expiration date was 3 years ago. It expired February 2020. So what am I doing holding on to this old, crusty stuff in here? So I looked at this and then I decided to give it a sniff, and it smells like how do I put this nicely? Like BO that has been marinating for a long time. Like if someone has not showered for a month and if you went and smelled their armpits, this is what this stuff smells like, especially the concealer. I remember swatching this concealer. I'm not going to do it again because it smells gross. This creamy concealer, I swatched it on my hand and oh, the smell was something else. And that is just a lesson learned for me, that if I'm going to be buying stuff like that, just use it right away. Don't put it in the backup stash and then you forget about it and then you're buying new foundations, new setting powders, new everything. The only thing out of here is I did save a small size of like the Mineral Veil, because that one did not smell bad and I've been using it as a setting powder and has not been giving me any issues. So that's the only thing I rescued out of here. The rest of the stuff, yeah, it has to go. It all has the smell. It all has the awful smell. And it's gonna go, including this makeup bag, which initially I thought, oh, this is perfect. Once I use this up, I'm just gonna use up this makeup bag because it's got the nice mirror and everything. But you know what? I have mirrors, I have makeup bags that are much better than this. There's no need to hoard all this stuff. So it's all going to be thrown out. What I can recycle, of course, I will recycle, as with all of my empties. And this concludes the empties for July of 2023. Thank you all, whoever is watching, if anyone is watching. Thank you for being here with me. It's always just so satisfying to see, look at all the stuff that I used up. And I just want to wish you all a beautiful month of August. Stay cool. I don't know what it's like where you are, but here in the DC region, summer is unreal. I mean, it's just literally like being in a sauna when you step outside. But anyway, I'm just excited for fall to come. I'm so ready. But of course, we have another month of summer, and for my region, 2 more months of summer, because September is still extremely hot where I am. But anyway, I'm going to be using up more of my products, and I will see you in my next video. Have a great day, guys.